in the grass, so they harder to see. My brother.
Sorry. All right, so we got a little Christmas Day podcast. Christmas Day. Other than the finals, I think is like the most look forward to day in the NBA, or maybe the All-Star break too. But I think NBA fans all love Christmas Day. So we got, I think the first game today. Let me look. First game today is Sixers versus Knicks. Knicks always put on a show on the Christmas Day.
They've been playing well too. They've won 8 of the last 9. They had an 8-game winning streak snapped the other night.
And 76ers haven't lost in the last 7 games.
Oh, so they're on a winning streak too.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it should be good.
Is it at Madison Square Garden?
I'm not for sure, honestly. I'm just on the NBA games list. I can't.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I think the second team listed is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is at Madison Square Garden.
Let's see here. We got Lakers and Mavs. I think we all think that because if we're looking at the Lakers, hold on, let me get to the Lakers here. I think LeBron is day to day, and obviously AD's out. So if LeBron's out, which I'd say LeBron will play on Christmas Day, but if he's out,
yeah,
definitely not. But at the same time, it is LeBron, so if he plays, he could definitely pull his team to a win. Bucks versus Celtics. That's gonna be.
That should be the game of the day.
Yeah, Bucks versus Celtics. Everybody's saying either them or either the Bucks or the Celtics are gonna make it out of the.
One of those two are probably are the heavy favorites to make it out of the East.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then biggest rivalry in the NBA right now: Grizzlies and Warriors play at 8.
I mean, it's at Golden State, so that helps. But no Curry.
No Curry, no Wiggins.
No Wiggins. So, and I mean, Memphis is playing really well, and I'm sure Memphis wants to. They've been on national TV, but this is kind of their first
big moment.
ABC national TV game, not non-cable national TV game. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Golden State's really good at home, but they're playing without 2 really good players.
I can't find the Grizzlies injury report and everything, but they've had a couple guys out lately. But I think today should be Desmond Bane's second game back. Actually,
he played the other day.
Yeah, so he's back. And then it said Draymond Green was day to day, but I'm sure he'll play in Christmas Day. And then we got Suns versus Nuggets. That should be a good Western Conference. They're both playing good, and I think aren't they the 2 and the 3 seed right now?
I don't know, but I know they're both playing well. So Jokic is having another potentially triple-double season.
Yeah.
So he's playing super well.
All right, if we had to pick MVP, when you go to high school tournaments and they got if you go to a showcase, they always do an MVP of the games.
Mm-hmm.
So there's if there were MVPs of the Christmas Day games, who do you think they would be in these games? Wait, hold on, I'll pull the. Let's go. Sixers and Knicks first.
I'm going to say that Embiid has a huge game for the Sixers.
Especially because, the Knicks don't have a guy that can guard him down low, really.
Yeah, I think that he could have a big game and to open up Christmas Day.
We thinking Luka with the Mavericks, I guess. Lakers, Mavericks.
It's hard to go against Luka just because he's going to dominate the ball so much.
Yeah.
He's just going to get so many opportunities to score, assist, or whatever.
Yeah.
So if the Mavs win, which I think that they would be the favorite, I would think Luka would be the guy.
Yeah. All right, so we going Giannis or Jason Tatum here for Bucks and Celtics.
Where's the game at?
It is at Boston.
At Boston. I'll go Tatum. I think the Celtics will beat them at Boston.
They got really good home crowd, too, all the time, especially in big games. Are we thinking Jaw with the Grizzlies or?
Yeah, I mean, like assuming you think they're going to win, and I think that they like would be the favorite. Ja would, and I don't know who. I mean, nobody in the league's been able to really guard him, and
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know that Golden State really has a guy that can challenge him.
Just got an ESPN update about Harden, so we'll see what that is for the Sixers if it'll load. But I do agree. I don't think the Warriors, like we were talking about the other day, like Klay Thompson can't really guard as well as he could. Oh, they're just saying some bullcrap rumor about him going to the Rockets. So.
That'd be crazy.
All right. So Devin Booker's been having. He had like in a 1 week span, he had like what 2 50-point games, but Jokic has been playing really well too. So I think Jokic just had a 50-point game actually.
I think every game, every week, Jamal Murray gets a little closer to being like Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't discredit Jamal Murray kind of having a big game.
Yeah.
I mean, he like everybody remembers Jamal Murray in the bubble. Everybody wants to see that guy again.
Yeah.
I think tonight he may have one of those moments where he kind of goes off tonight.
Because he's really honestly the only times he's went off is in big moments.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I don't know who they were playing this year, but it was like an early game this year, and like that team couldn't stop him. It was down the stretch. All right, let's see here. Last couple questions. We'll see what. All right, how much if let's say the Bucks win or the Celtics win? How much does that like? How much confidence does that give one of those teams?
I don't know. I mean, the NBA, you play 82 games.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of them are playing tomorrow night. I mean, it's really a. I guess maybe other than Major League Baseball, it's just kind of a, like, all right, you played a game, you played well, you played bad, you move on to the next game. I think both those teams know that, like, or think that, hey, we're going to see each other again, so we want to play well against each other, and we want to play well on Christmas Day in front of everybody on TV, but they know that there's bigger things to be had in mid to late May.
Dude, and on the flip side of that, with like the Warriors already kind of having like a year they didn't really expect to have, do you think, in a bad way, do you think that like say the Grizzlies come out and smack them, like does that like really lose their confidence?
I don't know, just because you're playing without 2 of your best guys.
Yeah.
I think it would mean more if the Warriors won, kind of from a standpoint of like, hey, we're still here, we're still the Warriors. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that like it's going to mean a lot, like for Memphis to maintain that home court advantage, which I think they had during the playoffs last year too.
Yeah.
But I just think that Golden State wins. I think it means more than Memphis winning because Golden State always, we're missing 2 all-star starters.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing Wiggins and we're missing Curry. So I think that if Memphis smacks them, I think people will be kind of like, oh, yeah, I expect that. If Golden State wins, I think people are going to be like, oh, wow, well, like, what are they going to be whenever those 2 guys get back in the lineup?
Yeah. One last thing, just because I think it's funny. Everybody at the beginning of the year talked about the Clippers and the Lakers. The Clippers are, they're kind of like getting back. Like they're better now. Kawhi's playing a little bit and stuff, but I never like looking at the Lakers roster all year. I never thought like, oh yeah, they're gonna go to the finals or something.
Well, the Clippers, first of all, they're taking load management to an extreme. You've got Paul George, Kawhi, like they go crazy with load management as far as like how they're. It's really like almost like a science experiment with those guys. And in the Lakers, they've been first of all, they're decimated by injury, but then they're also decimated by some really big contracts that they're not able to fit guys around their stars. And then so when you lose a star like Anthony Davis, and you really couldn't put guys around him to begin with, now you're stuck really in a really bad spot. But we're always going to talk about Los Angeles because it's a huge media market and LeBron's there. So, but you're right. The Clippers have kind of just kind of been under the radar, and I think maybe they like that. And the Lakers, I think they like to be a little more under the radar because they've done much. They haven't done hardly anything, but we continue to talk about them because potentially the best player of all time is on their team.
Well, I think that's the thing too. Like we talked at the beginning of the season, like young LeBron, not even young LeBron, but like LeBron in like 5 years ago, with the guys he has now, could probably take that team to a deep playoff run. But I mean, he's in his 20th year now. I don't think he's still playing great. I think he's averaging like 36 and something. I know he's averaging 30 and 6, but like I don't think he has the ability to take a bad team far anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, I look at like whenever he was with the Cavs, and let's say that the roster wasn't great, but I mean, you had like Atlanta one year was like a number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Led by like Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, Al Horford,
and Paul Millsap.
I mean,
or not?
Like,
was it?
It's a little different in the West when you're thinking about like we're talking about Ja, Curry, Luka, Jokic. Yeah. I mean, all these guys.
Yeah.
And that can carry teams themselves. And then you're talking about like when LeBron was in the East. I mean, it would have been really hard for him to mess up winning the East. You know? So the challenge, not only is he older, but the challenge of like the West is so much harder. There's so many stars there than what he faced in the East whenever he was with the Cavs.
Yeah. Well, I think that wraps it up, son.
All righty. Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir.